Hello, this is Bruce with Webucator. In this video, I'm going to show you a solution that Valentino Vranken discovered on mapping source to destination columns in a SQL Server Integration Services package. Valentino agreed to let us create this video showing his solution, which is available as an article on his blog at the URL shown here. To set the stage for this demonstration, I'm going to add a new item to my project, and I'm going to use a package template. So I'm going to use the add new item, and then I've already got a package template that I've named column mapping demo. I'm going to add that to my project. And as you can see on my control flow, that this package template comes with a data flow task already created. If I double click and go to the data flow, you can see that I've already got an OLE DB data source and an OLE DB destination, and it's already got a mapping to one column that's currently in the select statement of the source. But as part of using the template, I want to change the source, double click it, and I'm going to change the query, and I'm going to add some additional columns to the query. And this is where you get into a situation where the columns aren't going to be mapped automatically for you, which you'll see in a minute. So I don't have to hand type it. I'm going to use the build query option, and I'll just check off all the columns from my source table. Click OK to save it. Verify that all my columns are now part of my select statement. My screen's a little bit small, so I gotta make the dialog box a little bit smaller so that I can click the OK button. And now I want to configure my OLE DB destination, and I want to configure the column mappings. So it's already set up to load into a table in my destination, but if I click the mapping selection along the left hand side, I can see that only the column that was mapped from the original query in the template has been created, and all those new columns that I added to my source haven't created mappings. Now, if you weren't using a template and you were manually adding your OLE DB data source and destinations, the mappings would create it for you automatically. But in this case, using the template, it's something that I've got to do as a separate step. Now, you could manually do each one. I could select and drag one of these columns from the input to the destination, or I could come down here to the bottom and I could pick my source column to map to my destination column. But there'd be a lot of clicking, especially if I have a lot of columns. And the trick that Valentino's blog is all about is, instead of doing all that, as long as the column names match between the source or between the input and the destination, all I really have to do is right click in this gray area between the columns, and I get a menu option to map items by matching names. So again, as long as the column names match, I select that, and they're all my match columns. If I have to, then I can go down and manually match ones that didn't have matching names, but still that saves me a lot of work so that I don't have to do that manually. Well, that's it for this demonstration. You can read more about it at Valentino's blog. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.